From ancient times to the present, stadiums have been a sign of how much people love games and competitions of all kinds. The first modern stadiums were simple and only had one goal: to fit as many people as possible. Today's stadiums, on the other hand, take advantage of the best technology in the world, and some of them are magnificent works of art that show the best of the best in architecture, space use, and technology. Since we are talking about the best of the best, huge amounts of money are put into them. But before we start our discussion about the 10 most expensive stadiums in the world, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well. Number 10. Citi Field, New York, New York, $989 million. Citi Field Stadium was built in 2009 to replace the old Shea Stadium. It is in the Queens borough of New York, in the Flushing Meadows, Corona Park, and is home to the New York Mets of Major League Baseball. It can hold almost 42,000 people, which is a lot more than Shea Stadium, which only holds 15,000. Citigroup, a financial services company, bought the naming rights and gave the stadium its name. Citibank gives the New York Mets $20 million every year in exchange for naming the stadium, which isn't too bad. Number 9. Nissan Stadium, Yokohama, Japan, $990 million. The 2002 FIFA World Cup Final was held at the Nissan Stadium, also known as the International Stadium Yokohama, which was built in 1999. This is not an event to be missed. The Nissan Stadium can hold up to 72,000 people, and it was chosen as one of the venues for the 2020 Summer Olympics and the 2019 Rugby World Cup. This means that it will be used for a lot more in the future. The stadium cost about $990 million to build. Number 8. US Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota, $1.1 billion. The US Bank Stadium is an amazing piece of architecture. It is in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and has been the home of the Minnesota Vikings since 2016. It has a transparent roof, huge glass doors, a beautiful plaza inside, and a breathtaking view of the Minneapolis skyline. The stadium can hold up to 66,655 people at a time, and it cost a whopping $1.1 billion to build. Number 7. Madison Square Garden, New York, New York, $1.1 billion. Madison Square Garden, also known as MSG or The Garden, is New York City's oldest and busiest sports venue. The multipurpose venue is in Midtown Manhattan between 7th and 8th Avenues. It opened in February 1968 and is the heart of many sports events in the city. The arena, which is one of the most famous in the world, is home to the New York Knicks, the New York Liberty, and the New York Rangers. It has a larger capacity, better video and lighting systems, and suspended walkways that give an interesting view of the games from above. Between 2011 and 2013, the stadium was fixed up at a cost of $1.1 billion. Number 6. Levis Stadium, Santa Clara, California, $1.2 billion. Levis Stadium in Santa Clara, California is where the San Francisco 49ers play. It is an open stadium that tries to be good for the environment. It has a green roof and solar panels on the suite tower. It can seat up to 75,000 people, which is a lot, and its lower bowl is the biggest of all NFL stadiums. Since it opened in 2014, Levis Stadium had already been chosen to host the 2016 Super Bowl. The cost of building went up to $1.2 billion. Number 5. Wembley Stadium, London, England, $1.25 billion. After the old Wembley Stadium was torn down in 2003, the new one opened 4 years later in 2007. The new stadium is in Wembley Park in London, England. It is where the English national soccer team plays and where big soccer games like the League Cup Final, the FA Cup Final, and the Football League playoffs are held. Wembley is the largest stadium in the United Kingdom, with 90,000 seats. It is also the second largest stadium in all of Europe. Number 4. AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, $1.43 billion. The NFL's Dallas Cowboys plays at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's the 5th largest stadium in the league and can hold over 100,000 people. Its main features are its retractable roof and the 2 huge HD video screens that hang above the field in the middle, between the 20-yard lines. It opened in May 2009 and has been the site of many important events, like the Super Bowl in 2011 and the NBA All-Star Game in 2010. The huge cost of building the impressive stadium was a whopping $1.43 billion. Number 3. Olympic Stadium, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, $1.47 billion. The Olympic Stadium is one of only 2 in the world. It is in the Hochelaga-Maisonneuve neighborhood of Montreal, Quebec. It was built in 1970 for the 1976 Summer Olympics. With a total of 65,255 seats, the stadium has the largest capacity in Canada. It also has impressive features, like the 175-meter tilted Montreal Tower, that make it stand out. However, it cost Montreal too much money and almost put the city in debt. The French Canadians spent about $1.47 billion to build Montreal's Olympic Stadium, which is where the city's baseball and football teams play. Number 2. Yankee Stadium, New York, New York, $1.5 billion. Yankee Stadium is where the New York Yankees baseball team plays. It is in the Bronx neighborhood of New York City. In 2009, it took the place of the old stadium, but it kept its history alive. The Yankees' new field had parts of the original stadium from 1923, like scoreboards that had to be moved by hand. The new stadium is a tribute to the old one. It has a beautiful limestone exterior and pictures of past and present Yankees on the walls. The Monument Park was moved from the old stadium to the new one. The high cost of building the new Yankee Stadium was $1.5 billion. Number 1. MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, $1.73 billion. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, is home to 2 of the best NFL teams, the New York Giants and the New York Jets. It is known as the most expensive stadium in the world. MetLife Stadium opened in 2010 and has a high capacity of 90,000. It hosts 20 NFL games a season, which is more than any other stadium. The MetLife Stadium is one of the best in the world because it is well run and has great technology. The price of building it went up to a huge $1.73 billion. So, these are the top 10 most expensive stadiums in the world. If you like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to our channel for more top 10 informative videos. Press the bell icon for latest updates. Thanks for watching.